Hey guys, I'm E, and since we're just about to enter the last stretch before Christmas, I decided to do what basically every other YouTuber with a videography channel does, which is dedicate a video to Christmas gift ideas. Mine obviously comes with the twist of being specific about sports videography, so if you're watching this video right now, you're probably more on the receiving end than the giving end of the Christmas gift, so I'm gonna give you a bit of time to go, find yourself a spot right next to someone who you think should be watching this with you. Crank the volume up so that, they get the hint.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season. Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season.
Okay, so the way we're doing this is I'm gonna suggest a few Christmas gift ideas, and for each of them, I'm gonna give you a cheaper, more affordable option, and also a more expensive / more professional option. And every item is gonna have an Amazon affiliate link in the description that you can use to buy it if you want to. My first suggestion is a sexy one. It's a gimbal. Everybody loves to own them, we love to play with them, they're pretty cool, they look awesome, and they can do some pretty creative shots. There's also a wide range of gimbals from the one that I'm using right now, which is a DJI Osmo Mobile 3, which is specific to smartphone. But if you want to go to the higher end of that spectrum, there's some much bigger ones that can handle all sorts of bigger professional cameras and are also obviously more complex and more expensive. When it comes to filming at a sporting event, I do believe that gimbals should be dedicated to pre-game and to cutaways, like crowd shots and reaction shots, those sort of things. Because during a game, the action moves way too quick and you can't really zoom, because if you play with the zoom of a camera lens, the weight distribution is going to change and it's going to fuck the whole thing up. So my whole point is that it's actually a good thing to have a phone one, because that way, if you got a proper camera on your phone, like I have an iPhone X, for example, you can use that as your sort of go-to when you're going in the crowd or if you're filming players coming up close, but then you could put it down and use your real camera for everything else. But if you want to go more towards the professional route, the Ronin S and the Ronin SC are probably the two that I would recommend right now. The SC is basically the little brother of the Ronin S. It's just smaller, more lightweight, but it obviously fits only smaller cameras. So it just depends on what type of camera you have and what type of camera you're planning on having in the next few years. My second suggestion for a Christmas gift is, again, something that's going to offer your camera a bit of support, but this time I'm looking for something more stable, like a monopod or a tripod. Because as a sports videographer, you'll need some help, especially when filming from a distance, to make sure your camera is perfectly still. Because a zoom makes the tiniest camera movements look bigger and bigger. So the more you zoom in, the bigger your camera shakes are going to look on screen. Affordable options, I'm thinking monopods. They're definitely not gonna make your image perfectly stable, but on the other hand, they're very easy to walk around with. So if you intend to run around the field all game long, like I always suggest you should, then a monopod can be your best friend, because a tripod can be heavy to carry around and can be a pain to always fold and unfold every time you move, where a monopod is a lot easier to pick up and go and stop anywhere you want and quickly be ready for your next shot. So as far as monopods go, I recommend the Manfrotto Compact. It's less than $20, and also it's a Manfrotto, which is a brand known for legs, for tripod legs and monopod legs. So even if you're not a huge fan of the product, you know that at least it's not gonna break, it's a reliable brand. And also it's built in 5 sections for a minimum height of 39 centimeters or roughly 15 inches and a maximum height of 145.5 centimeters or roughly 57 inches. A tripod, on the other hand, is a much more stable option. This one here is the Sachtler Ace XL. It's a very reliable tripod system, but on the grand scheme of things, it's probably a mid-range tripod. It goes for about $1,200, which might seem expensive, but don't forget that it includes a fluid head, which this one is really good. You can have different levels of resistance, but also it comes with 8 steps of counterbalance, And I believe that counterbalance is one of the most underrated features of a tripod. It basically allows you, once it's set up properly, a bit like a gimbal, once it's set up properly with the weight and everything, you can tilt or pan and basically just let go, and the tripod is going to keep the camera exactly where it is. It's not going to start tilting forward or backwards, or it's not just going to keep drifting in your panning movement. It's going to stay exactly where you are. And if you're doing an interview and you let go, the camera is not going to start slowly doing like this. So when set up properly, the counterbalance is a great feature to have on a tripod. As far as the specs of this particular tripod, well, first of all, it's compatible with all DSLR, mirrorless, and cinema cameras. It's in carbon fiber, so even though it's big and sturdy, it's also reasonably light. It can go as low as 31 inches and as high as 67 inches or 79 centimeters to 170. And I use it all the time when I go to sporting events, press conferences, all type of stuff. And yeah, highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Next, I would like to suggest a couple of microphones. The cheap option in this case is the Rode Video Micro. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me right now, which I would have loved to, because I could have compared the sound with the microphone that I'm using right now, which will be my other suggestion. But anyway, Rode Video Micro, it's about $39, I think. So it does a very good job for the price. It's Rode. They're, top one or top two, arguably, in the microphone game. So I'm pretty sure they're giving you the best that they can give you for that price range. So if you're looking for an affordable solution on the go when you're filming at games, Video Micro will get it done. Probably not the best for interviews, but definitely good enough for games. On the other end, if you want to go for something a bit more high-end, which is still very low-end in terms of professional work, I use the NTG2 from Rode as well. It's a very good microphone as long as you use it for what it's meant to be used for. It gives the sound, it gives the sound that you're hearing right now, so you let me know how good you think it is. But the good thing as well is that typically a shotgun microphone like this one will need phantom power to work, which a small DSLR or mirrorless camera doesn't have. But this one can actually be open and powered with a AA battery. So as long as you've got an XLR to stereo jack cable, you could plug this microphone directly into your DSLR or mirrorless camera and have no issues at all. Okay, now let's get into the lightning round. I'm just gonna throw a few quick items at you that are all easy to find, affordable, and very useful. First item is SD cards. They come in all sizes and speeds, but they're very useful. Every sports videographer or videographer at large needs them all the time, so you can't go wrong with that. Next item is for all my outdoor sports videographers. You know, when you're filming outside and you're trying to get proper audio recorded so that you can use it in your videos, but when you listen back, all you hear is that crunchy sound from the wind. Well, meet the dead cat. The dead cat is that little fur that you put on top of your microphone, and trust me, it does miracles. It's not going to be 100%. You're still going to hear a bit of wind on a very windy day, but it makes a huge difference. Just make sure you get the right dead cat for your microphone, because they come in all shapes and sizes. I even got one for my lapel mic. And the last item is for the sports videographers who have it all. The ones that have all the equipment they need, but are still missing that one thing that could make them complete. The perfect item for a sports videographer that's actually been hiding in plain sight this entire video. Yes, in case you missed that very subtle hint, I've got my merch now, so make sure you get your own hoodie or t-shirt. They're available in about 12 different colors, I think. We've got the referee version like this one, also got the umpire version now. So yeah, there's enough for everyone, and it's all available in the description below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. I wish you a very, very happy and safe and fun Christmas. I'm hoping to still get a video or two between now and then out on the channel, but I also have work that's recently started again, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to. So just in case, I want to make sure I use this occasion to let you guys know that I love you. I really appreciate you guys, and I wish you a safe and happy Christmas. Have fun, and I'll see you guys soon.